What's going on, guys? Tony Ivanov here with another video lesson. This is the second lesson of the day, so please excuse the same shirt. I'm going to talk about my trade on CAPR on Friday morning today. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So the way I found CAPR was on my equity feed scanner. On the left side here is eTrade Pro. This is what I use to place my trades and all my charting and my watch lists. And on the right here is equity feed. This is how I actually scan for my stocks. So if you want to try out equity feed, there's a free 2-week trial, no credit card needed. There's a link down below for it. Highly recommend you try it out because this is a software that I use every single day to find my stocks. So it's a very good piece of software. So the way I found it was I was just ranking on the stocks with the most % change for my NASDAQs, and I saw CAPR somewhere down here, and basically what I do is I just look through each and every single one and see if there's any patterns that I like, and I didn't find any until I found CAPR. Main reason why I liked it is because it was up a lot. Wasn't up on news, but there was nothing really with news on the market today. And I was just waiting to see if I could play a dip buy because I woke up like an hour and a half late today to the markets. Slept in. That's just my life, I guess. I need to work on getting my all my schedules worked out. I need to learn how to do all of my branding more efficiently. So I'm going to be working on that. I'm sorry that I haven't been making all my watch lists every single day and not doing as many Twitter alerts as I have been. So I'm going to be working on those, I promise. I'm not forgetting about you guys, so please just stick around. So anyways, I was waiting to play CAPR on a dip buy, mainly because when I woke up, I was watching it around here in this area, and I saw that it was on the big downtrend. So I knew that, geez, what happened there? Okay, hold on. Alright, I'm not sure what happened there. So I saw that it was on a downtrend for the moment. So I was waiting until we saw a very large crack and we found support. Where are we? Here we are. There we go. I was lost, I'm sorry. So I saw that we were on the downtrend, and I was waiting until it had a nice big crack on volume and waited until it found support. So I saw that we kept retesting this VWAP, I don't know which one it is. And I knew after testing it this many times and being also on the downtrend with low volume, I knew that this was going to crack below VWAP. So I did not want to use VWAP as my support because I knew it was going to break. So we got the break of VWAP, and then I was saying, okay, the next place it would possibly bounce off of would either be this 257 level right here from previous chart support and resistance, or this nice round mental support of 250. So I was just watching it. I was thinking about playing the 257, but I didn't like the volume on this candle. It was just too much selling going on, so I waited. Good thing I did because we had one more down tick to around 249, and then I saw we had a super long wick on this red candle. It didn't want to hold that 249, 250 price. Buyers kept pushing it right back up, and then I was looking very closely to see when we would have a definite confirmation of an uptrend. So the first thing I saw was the next candle after this was 1, it was a green candle. 2, it had a higher low. That's right away a good sign of a reversal, but I'm not going to get in on just that because it could very well just turn back right down around and be a fake bounce. So the level that I identified that needed to be broken was this $2.58 level, because you can see all these candles had a nice top at this 258 level. So I waited until we broke over that level. I placed a market order and I actually got in at around 257. Good thing about market orders sometimes is you can get a better entry. And my plan was to see if we could break over this resistive trend line that was formed right here. So I was riding the bounce for a little bit in at around 257 with around 800 shares, so around $2,000 worth of stock. And unfortunate thing, I was still kind of tired from waking up 15 minutes prior to this trade, and I had my finger resting on my mouse, and I just clicked the sell button randomly. I did not mean to at all. I was clicked sell, immediately was like, oh my gosh, that should not have happened. And I sold for around, let's see how much I made today. $11.65. Yes. Man, very unfortunate because this was such a well-planned trade. I sold out at around $2.60, 3-cent per share profit. Yeah, very unfortunate. Mainly because I knew that I would have played this stock so well. My break or my stop loss price was a break of 250, breaking this bottom here. That was my stop loss. And my target was to retest high of days. And you can see after I zoomed out of this chart, you can see we did that and more. Man, such an unfortunate thing, but you know, sometimes stuff like that happens. One thing I learned from this is I'm not going to rest my finger on my mouse, nor will I rest my mouse over the sell button until I'm actually ready to sell, because that was such a dumb mistake I made. Yeah, I don't know. Very bad luck. Oh well. At least that I know that my plan was great and my strategy was also great. So the trade itself, like the basis around the trade, was a really good trade. How it was executed was not so good. But let me just break this down for you. So once I saw this bounce off of this resistive trend line, I was looking to see if we could get a higher low. And I was just watching this from this point on, just for my Twitter followers, because some of them were in on CAPR. And the one thing I did notice was that right up in here, we were getting held by VWAP again. And then we took a downturn. But you can see we bounced off of this $2.52 level. Right when I saw that, I connect those 2 points, draw a trend line, and I just keep watching this. I see the volume dying down a little bit, but we also see that the price it is getting squeezed tighter and tighter into this wedge. You can see this third bottom right here bounced perfectly off of this trend line, so other traders recognized this trend line, drawed that trend line too, and bought at that level to support it. And you can see that the Bollinger Bands right here were super squeezed. And that's always what you want to see when you get to the end of the wedge. You want to see the Bollinger Bands squeezed tight as well. And the one indicator that you need to use at the end of this wedge is simply just either a pop in volume or just the price breaking above it. And when I say it, I mean the wedge and the Bollinger Band. So you can see we did that right in this level. The price broke over it. The wedge and the Bollinger Band had a nice influx of volume shortly afterwards, and it just continued on up. And then we retested this high of day right here at around 277. This morning spike, and right here too. Previous resistance acts as resistance again. So always draw your historical support and resistance levels, because they do play a role really heavily in this trading. And then we dipped back down. We continued to make higher lows. We can draw this line out further. You can see we continue to make higher lows. Once again had another nice Bollinger Band squeeze, increased volume to continue it on up, and then another U-shaped breakout. And then we retested the high of day here at 286. We broke over the high of day, but we double topped at 290. You can see a nice double top with kind of long wicks, not super long, but they're definitely there. So people recognize that double top at a nice round mental resistance, $2.90, nice round number. So that held up as resistance for quite some time. Let me just draw this out. There it is. We continued back down. Tried to see if we could hold this 277 as support, but we couldn't do it. So we had a nice little pullback. Had a nice double bottom right here at $2.72. And then that was the reversal. Tested it one more time over here. And now it just continued on up even more. Now it's getting very choppy because a lot of traders are trading. You can see the huge influx of volume right here. So it's getting very, very volatile. And let's see if this breaks out of this level. Yep, broke out. Now it's going to continue even higher most likely. And yeah, so very good stock to trade today. Had a lot of volume and volatility. You can see if you didn't have a day trader restriction, you could have played these swings very easily. Just using technical analysis, each one of these swings is like 10%. So it would have been a very, very good stock to trade. Shout out to whoever traded it today. Shout out to anyone who made money on it. But let me just show you my Twitter page. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Ivanov Trades. But you can see long CAPR. Okay, 256 I got in. And then here's just a live commentary of how I was watching this play. It was getting held up by 263 VWAP right there. I hit the sell button on accident, and then the wedge breakout right there. I did note that it was low volume still, but you can see right there the price is just barely peeking over that wedge, and shortly afterwards we had to break some very nice highs. Also today, GRCK. This was another one that I alerted on Twitter for over 100% gain. One of my followers, Ken, he was asking me about it. I wasn't watching it just because I didn't know why it was moving. It had no news behind it. But he asked me to look at the stock. Here it is right here. He pointed it out to me at 0.016, and it was up 60% at that point. So let's just take a look. That was around here. That was in here that he was talking about it. And I said the break of 0.176 will have a run to it, but it has low volume right now. So let's just draw that out. And you can see we broke that level, got more volume to come into the market, and it continued on very, very nicely. Let's see how big of a gain this would have been if you played this. I wasn't watching this, but even if I was, I had all my money invested into CAPR. It's a 70% move in around 165 minutes. So that's around 3 hours, right? 2.5 hours. So yeah, very nice move. And all because of just a breakout. You can see how easily these breakouts move. The key things that you need for a breakout are volume and low float. Because if there's volume, then that means that there's a whole bunch of traders who recognize the same patterns as you do, so they're gonna buy at the breakouts and they're gonna sell at resistance, you know. And if it's a low float, then that basically means that there's a lower supply of stock in the market for that one ticker symbol. And if you have a combination of low supply and high demand with volume, you're gonna get a very good recipe for nice profits and nice gains. So that's basically how you can trade any of these stocks. Just look for stocks that have low volume, or no, high volume and low float. That's the best combination you can have. So that's it as far as my trade recap goes. Anyone who's new, I appreciate you watching my videos. I want to invite you into my Facebook group. It's called the Day Traders Club. It's a group of around 256 traders now who trade day trade, swing trade, long-term hold stocks, NASDAQs, OTCs, options, Forex, cryptocurrencies, anything really. Anything that you can trade, you're welcome to come into this group. And it's a really good resource to use on your trading, because we give each other watch lists, opinions, different patterns and strategies, and we support each and every trader in here, and we help them to become better traders. And it's, you know, it's a great resource to have, because there is 256 different pairs of eyes on the markets, and if there's something that we see value in, we tell the other members in this group. So completely free to join. Highly recommend you check it out. The link is down below. That's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions or requests on future videos, please just let me know. I'd be happy to teach you guys whatever you want me to teach you. This channel's made for you guys, so whatever you want me to teach you, please let me know. Any different topics, as far as penny stocking goes, as far as owning a business goes, and as far as, you know, being your own boss in general. If you want anything, please let me know. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.